talk about the dad strength. You even talked about it the other day. Do you feel any sort of extra energy these days?
It's coming slowly. It's coming. No, it's fun. We take our time with it, and it's just right now, like my girlfriend's good with it, so she let me sleep at night. So yeah, I'm prepared for the games.
Is there a name yet?
No, we're working on it. Yeah. Yeah, just working on it. Got a little vote for the boys in the room. They tried to help me, but it's coming.
Any interesting suggestions?
Yeah, that's the other key. Stay in the room, I think.
Probably for the best.
Yeah.
Listen, it's just preseason, but what does a trip to Montreal and a chance to play in the Bell Center mean to you?
Yeah, it's always fun to play in the Bell Center. I'm from there, right? I grew up watching Montreal, so for me playing against them, it's always a fun day. I know I'm going to have family and friends looking, so no, looking forward for it.
How many do you think tonight?
Well, a couple. Yeah, just a preseason game.
Right. What did it mean to have an A on your sweater? I know it's a less experienced lineup, but you wore an A the other night.
No, it doesn't. No, I just keep playing my game. Doesn't for me, it doesn't change anything. I just stay the same. Just try to be a leader in my way, and that's it. You know.
What are your expectations for yourself this season? Last year at Kent, you were just getting started with this team. Now more established. What do you expect from yourself this year?
No, just keeping like grinding. You know, I just have to build even more my spot. I have to keep working on my little on the details to make sure I'm in the lineup every night. Just keeping building on what I built last year, pretty much. I want to get prepared for the playoffs. You know, like building a little bit every game, every practice. Just trying to improve my game, and that's it.
What did you focus on during the summer training?
Just like I said, just building on what I built last season. Just trying to improve my skills, being more patient with the puck. Still trying to be physical, but that you can't really work on it during the summers, right? It's a in-season thing. But no, other than that, just building up.
What do you think Steven Lorentz can bring to the team this year?
I mean, he's a big body, right? Like he can bring some grit. He just won the cup, so I think that little experience can add up too. You know, he's a good guy off the ice too. Like I don't really know him as much. We're trying to get to know him more, but he seems like a good fit.
What do you think of Nick Robertson's camp so far?
Yeah, I mean Robbie, I know he's trying hard right now. You know, like, he's really pushing. He wants to show that his spot is there and everything, and he's doing a good job. And that little goal there was a lot of working, and the payoff for him. So I'm happy to see him work like that.
No, it's just preseason, but what's it like to play in the Bell Center in a Montreal-Toronto game?
It's awesome. I'm excited to play in front of their fans. I'm sure it's going to be a packed house, and yeah, I'm excited.
Coming off a pretty strong performance, what are you liking about your game right now?
Yeah, I'm just liking how I'm getting my my reps in there and getting my feel good with the puck. That's what I like about it. Like I said before, each game you play, the more rush you get off, the more you feel confident in, and I look forward to playing tonight.
Can the way you scored the other night build confidence, right? You know, you're not getting a shot from the slot or something you do a lot, but you know, you steal the puck, you turn, you fight off the check, and you score. That manner of goal build the confidence a little bit more if you could need that at this point.
Yeah, I mean it's always good to score, whether it's it goes off your skate, whatever it is. It's the same feeling. You're excited to score, and I just think anytime you put the puck in the net or play a good game, you always feel good. So I'm just trying to build off that.
Not easy, maybe sometimes when a play like what happened with Willie goes kind of sideways to regroup mentally, but you did. How did you do it?
I just said I had to play good so people don't think about that. So, yeah, it's good to see Willie's doing okay, and it was just kind of a fluke thing.
Do you feel like you're a mentally stronger player these days?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I think just over the years you just get, you kind of put the game behind you or whatever happens behind you, and you kind of have to focus on what's in front of you. And I think I've done a great job of that over my time here in Toronto, kind of maturing, and it's helped a lot.
Does the fact that you can't go on clear, you have to go through waivers, right, to be sent out, does that give you a little extra security at this camp, do you feel?
I don't know. I'm just going out there and playing. I'm securing more confidence in my game and what I've done in the previous season and stuff, so I'm going off of that.
You happy too with the idea that you put the whole summer behind you, the up and down, whatever was going to happen, Nick, you just come here and now you're just able to play hockey.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I just want to go out there and play and not have any noise around me like that, and I'm excited about it, and it's good to see everyone. It's good to put that in the past and to look forward.
Have you and Lorentz shared any Pete's talk?
A couple, yeah. We know a bunch of people, and we kind of just chat a little bit about it. I'm sure as I'm more around him, we'll get to some stories.
Yeah, does he know about that you were wearing his number?
No, he knows that. Yeah, I let him know that. Yeah.
You let him know?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
What do you say?
He's just happy that we rocked the same number, same place. The team, the guys that he played with, I played with, so we have much to talk about on that end.
I I know there's some proud nights in that dressing room. Is there a lot of OHL talk behind the scenes?
It's a good amount, especially the London guys. They like to chat about it, but us Peterborough guys like to just lay low and yeah.
So it was cool the other night. What's the chance to play? I know it's preseason, but Leafs Habs at the Bell Center Saturday night. What's this one mean to you?
Yeah, it's obviously, the rivalry. It's been there for, longer than I've been alive, and it's going way, way back. But it's definitely exciting. We got to do it in our barn. Now we got to go get a chance to go do it in their barn. So it'd be cool to go in here and steal a win. Doesn't matter if it's preseason, regular, postseason. It's always nice trying to beat the Habs. So, yeah.
What's this like been for you mentally when you're on a PTO? We have a pretty good idea you're going to be on the opening roster, but you still haven't signed officially. How's that all working for you?
Yeah, I'm not a guy that's, how would I word that? Every year I come into camp, it's an opportunity for every guy. Every guy's in a different scenario situation, depending on their contract situation, whether you're trying out, whether you're just freshly drafted, or whether you've been around forever and you're on a long-term deal. It's a chance to show the coaching staff and everybody what you're made of and what you got coming into a fresh season. So for me, I'm just trying not to think about what's ahead rather than just the game ahead of me. So I'm just taking it a day at a time, and it's honestly been a lot more. It's giving me more peace of mind to be able to just take it day by day, and rather than worry about what I can't control. So whether a contract comes or what the coaching staff and whatnot think, I just got to control what I can control, and that's just going out and playing my game. So I'm very confident that if I do that, then things will fall into place. But until that happens, then I'm just going to take it one step at a time.
You were able to shake off the rust pretty well the other night. What's the next step kind of in your game? What do you want to show tonight?
It's just getting comfortable. It's the same every season. The first game's not usually the greatest, and there's some mistakes that you make, and whether it's just getting the legs going or you're out of position and just the timing thing. So that kind of stuff goes away in the first game or two. Hopefully not two. Hopefully I'm kind of back to it tonight, but I'm feeling good even just skating around in practice. I'm getting the timing back down pat, and just playing with all sorts of different players. You get to know the different guys because you don't know who's going to be your line mate for camp or this or that. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to taking another step forward in the right direction, and like I said, just using my size and my speed and holding on the pucks against the boards and getting to that net.
What's been your impression having played against them for a while of the Marners and Matthews and Nylanders up close now?
I guess you just get a different perspective on how good they are, and you obviously get to see when they're on the power play, 5-on-5. It doesn't matter, any situation when they're on the ice, you can just see that they think the game a different way than most players do. Even at this level, the NHL is obviously the best league in the world, and it's almost at times like those guys are in a league of their own. Just the way they see the game, the way they make decisions and they make plays at such a high speed, it's very impressive. So it's not just during the games. Now I get to see it in practice, and it's like, okay, this isn't just an accident. Yeah, it's these guys are really, really good, and it's not by accident. They put the work in practice, they get their reps, and then they go out and do it in a game. So it's I'm not surprised to see this side of it, that it's just as impressive as it is playing against them.
Nick was saying he wore your number in Peterborough. How much Pete's talk has there been between you two?
Yeah, there's been a little bit. And again, I didn't know him too well before coming to camp this year, so I'd always known of him, especially I think it was my overage season that we just drafted him and we were still in the playoff run, so I didn't get a chance to meet him then. But yeah, he took over on the 16 in the maroon and white once I left, but he's a great guy, and we kind of bonded on that right away when he introduced himself to me, and we just got talking about it a little bit. So he's a great guy, easy to talk to, and it's nice that we can share stories about the good old days in junior.
How much you miss those square corners?
Not so much anymore. I mean, I didn't go into the corners a whole lot back in junior like I do now, but those boards aren't very forgiving. It seemed like every time we played a team from the other conference, some poor kid would go into the corner and just get his shoulder kind of taken out. So that's unfortunate, but when you get to know the bounces of the boards, you can fire one off the end wall and skate around the D, and you can use that to your advantage. So I miss a lot of things about Peterborough. Square corners wouldn't be at the top of the list, right. But yeah.
A lot of London Knights guys kicking around. Nick was saying that Pete's are maybe a little more low key. What's the difference between a Pete and a Knight?
I don't know. There's a few too many Knights, if you ask me. I think we could use a few more Petes around here, but London, Peterborough, there's a rivalry there going back way back too. Both storied franchises in the Ontario League, so. Whether you're getting a guy from London or Peterborough, you're getting a good person, good player, because those are both first-class organizations in that league. I obviously tend to favor the Peterborough guys, a little more blue-collar in my eyes, but no, it's great. I mean, it's junior hockey coming from a team like London, the organization, obviously with the Hunters run a great program there, and a storied franchise like Peterborough. You're just very fortunate to be able to play in either organization. So.
What's it been like getting to know Benoit? I saw you talking to him a bit. You notice he's got a little extra dad strength. He just had a kid.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to see. If that's the secret to getting that edge in the corners and stuff like that, then maybe I might have to have a talk with my fiance here soon. But no, Benny's a great guy, and we're very happy for him. It's a whole different side of pro hockey when obviously people have to deal with it when they go to work and stuff. But running on 2 hours of sleep and maybe even less some nights can't be easy, and then you got to show up and go bag for an hour, and you got to try not to get beat and battle in the corners. Like, that can't be easy. So fortunately I'm not at that point yet, but my hat's off to those guys that show up every day in and day out, running on a couple hours of sleep, and they say it's all worth it. So that's pretty cool.
Morgan, how would you describe the chemistry and what you've been able to generate with Chris so far through this camp?
Yeah, it's been good. I think we've enjoyed it. Obviously, we're working at it. We got some time here, but I think we've come a long way in the last couple of days. So, we'll be ready to go, but we're going to continue to work at it all year and just try to keep building. And, the whole group will be looking to do that.
Is it key to, like, Morgan, in the pairing, you guys are such different players?
No, I don't think there's a key. I think it's just about working together. I think we both have different strengths, but, that being said, we want to work well together. We want to complement one another. And, that's not to, claim you got to play the exact same style or be polar opposites. You just figure it out. So as we go here, we'll work on it, and there's going to be certain things that are going to come down to communication, but ultimately I think we agree on a lot of stuff. So I think it's just about time and continuing to work together, and that's what we're going to do.
What are you finding out about him that you could have known as an opponent?
I don't know. I think again, we'll keep learning more about one another, but obviously just his work ethic, and he has a reputation of being a warrior, and all that's certainly true. So I think I've just really enjoyed the first couple days, and again, we're going to keep working at it all year long.
Is there any similarities, Morgan, the way Chris plays compared to the way Luke Shen played? Because you guys seem to have a lot of success a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's always going to be differences, and certain things that might be similar, but ultimately it's just about having open communication, working together, and trying to find that groove where you can be comfortable and just go out there, be reliable, and just play.
It's like Robertson's been around for a while, even though he's quite young. How have you seen him kind of grow since your time?
Yeah, obviously a great player with a great skill set. He works extremely hard. I think he's really come a long way since he's been here, and to watch him go out there and play his game, do his thing, score some goals, he's great.
What has stood out to you about Steven Lorentz, his game on the ice, and maybe the personality that he could bring to the room?
Yeah, he's a big guy, works hard, skates well. I thought the other night against Montreal he played really good with Reaves and Camper. So playing against him can be challenging just because of his speed and his size and whatnot. So just like everybody else, he's been working hard, trying to kind of prove his worth and kind of carve out a role for himself, and that's always good to see.
You need that size and that type of play on the fourth line, right, Morgan? The job to wear down the opponent, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I think that'll come down to kind of team philosophy and the way that the roster gets put together, and those guys are going to work hard to earn their spots and to play hard, and it's been a very competitive camp, and that's always what you want.
Benoit, kind of at this time last year, was working to fight his way into the team. How have you seen him kind of develop, and how would you describe his importance to the group now?
I think he's extremely important. I think the way that he skates, he's a big, long guy, plays important minutes, obviously great on the penalty kill, and he just seems a bit more comfortable. I thought he had a great year last year and trained hard all summer, so he has every reason to come in here and be confident, and I think that's the case. And he's got a great personality, and he keeps the room alive, and he brings a lot to the table for us, so we're lucky to have him.
Have you been bonding at all about being new dads?
Not as much. We're at different stages, so I've been kind of laughing at him, and he's been laughing at me. But other than that, no, we're just happy to be back together and just enjoying training camp.
McCabe was saying the older dads kind of laugh at the younger dads. What's the best advice, I guess, maybe you've gotten from some of the older guys who know?
I don't know. I think it's all different. So you just gotta figure it out for yourself, and it seems like everyone's doing all right.
Simone was saying they're still struggling to figure out the name. I'm wondering if that was an easier process for you.
It was easier than whatever he's going through.
Are you offering up any suggestions?
Everyone's offering up, yeah. So everyone's giving their opinion. So I think he's got a couple more weeks until he's got to make a decision.
Thanks, Morgan.
What sort of impact or impression has Lorentz made on you at this camp?
He was great. I loved playing with him. It was a very direct game. He was in the right spots. Plays very simple, like I like to play with. I thought we were on the forecheck really well. We were in their zone for most of the game. So, I really enjoyed playing with them.
What stood out the most about Berube's camp so far? I know that we talked to you that first day. It was pretty tough.
It was tough, but even today, like you look at the drills, they're direct and with purpose. Everything has a meaning into our systems and how we want to be in our identity. And I think they've been so far really good.
We're just talking to Benoit and Rielly. I understand, first of all, Simon's struggling to figure out a name for his daughter. Do you have any helpful suggestions? What's the process been like? That guys are I guess, making suggestions.
Yeah, there was one. I can't. What did I vote for? I suggested Cashew because he calls his wife Peanut, but there was another one up there. It's pronounced Hazel. It kind of sounds like hazel, so we can do hazelnut, I guess. So I don't know. Maybe there's just something about the nut family in that family, but that was my vote. Yeah.
Is dad strength a thing in your experience with guys who are new dads around the league?
I've always just had it, so I don't know. Yeah.
Well, what do you notice about Simon? I mean, like, he likes to throw the body around it. How he's coming to camp, maybe a bit clearer.
Oh, that I went up against him a couple days ago. He must have bodied me like at least 20 times. He was wearing me out. I don't know. I think he was just a little tired because it was the first day back from having his kid, and so he was just running around like an idiot, and I didn't enjoy it. But setting the tone for the fellas.
Does he look like he's grown into a more comfortable role this year compared to last year where he was at this time?
I mean, he looked like he was getting comfortable last year. He was playing physical. He was playing well in the D zone. I know, obviously, didn't score a ton, but I thought he was playing well in the offensive zone. He looks good this year again. He looks like he's going to be steady back there. Provide some physicality for us. Something that obviously we need.
What do you appreciate about Robertson's game? Obviously not the biggest guy, but he kind of has that motor that runs. What's standing out?
I mean, all he does is score. He's just got a little motor, and every time he gets the puck around the net, it's probably going to go in. So obviously another hard-working goal by him last game. He knows how to find the net.
Still about 10 days away from the opener, Ryan. Will that go quickly enough, or is this going to drag out a bit here?
No, we're gonna get to Muskoka and play some golf and have some fun. So, we're gonna put the pause on the fast forward button right now.
How important is that in this camp?
Yeah, it's important. I think every team should do it. It's I think it's just a way to get to know the new guys a little bit better, get away from everything, and just kind of come together as a team, have some fun before obviously you get into the grind and the emotions of the first couple weeks, and getting away from how hard training camp usually is. So. I think it's really important.
What's Bobby McMahon's status?
Maintenance more than anything. So it's one of them guys that's a little sore and banged up a little from camp, but he's fine.
Another step forward for Cali today.
Yeah, he's out there with us for a while today, which is good to see. He looked like he was okay. I still got to get an update on him, so I don't know how it went.
I know you're hoping Hakanpää might be in one of the groups this week.
We're hoping. Well, he's done really well. I mean, there was a process when he got here, and I think the process has been going well. And hopefully, we got him in our group on the start here this week.
What impression has Benoit made on you? Kind of an interesting way to start camp with becoming a dad. And
yeah, no, that's great. It's always a fun time. And congrats to him and his family. He gives you he's a physical presence for sure. Good size, moves well. I mean, he's raw, right? And he gives you that raw effort every game, every shift in practice, which is nice. He's got great intensity, and he's got a good stick, which is nice to see.
What do you want to see do you want to see anything different from Robertson in a game like tonight, where it's a younger group?
Well, yeah, for sure. I think when you got a younger group like this, and you got a player that's played in the NHL, and he's coming off a good, solid hockey game. He needs another one. We need another one. We need him to lead tonight by example.
Is Steve Allen going to play today, or is
Yes.
what do you expect to see from him?
Well, same. I mean, yeah, I thought he had his best game. Again, just skating, attacking, that second and third effort that he gives you. He can make plays, we all know that, and do his thing, but details of the game and playing smart and doing the right things is what I'm looking for tonight.
Will Hildeby go the whole way tonight, or how will you deal with the goal?
Yes, that's the plan.
And for Wool, what was kind of the thought process with workload for him in terms of the preseason games?
We just changed it up. I don't think I'd look into it too much. Okay. He's going to get his games. He's going to get his chance. He's going to get his games, and he's been doing well. I think he's had really good practices. Played solid in the game he played in, and so we'll have him ready to go.
What makes it so difficult for someone talented age to play in the NHL, a teenager?
I think it depends on the team, where you're at as a team, for sure. But also, I think exhibition is, you only could take so much out of exhibition. I think practices are more important personally, and I've liked him in practices. His work ethic and his competitiveness, and he's got some special characteristics as a player. I mean, and that's what you look at, but. It's still early, guys. I'm not going to really get into that too much or comment on that.
Why are the practices more valuable, I guess, as in an evaluation than the games sometimes?
Yeah, I think games, exhibition games, depends on what kind of lineup you're playing against and what kind of lineup we're sending. And, it's a little bit miscrewed a little bit. But at the same time, you're looking for an exhibition games, you're looking for young players and players that are trying to prove themselves, how competitive they are, their battle level, situational play, things like that come up, what they do in that kind of a situation. And the other thing, I think, from a team aspect, we're looking for good structure in our games and getting our defensive game down and our tracking down and things like that. They're very important.
Sorry, are you in a good place that way, more or less halfway through on ice, first camp with this group, and where the team is right now?
Oh, I'm excited and happy where the team's at, but in saying that, there's still a lot of work to do. There is. I mean, we had a penalty kill and power play yesterday, and the kills new. We got to keep working on it. We got to keep working on defensive zone, coming into our zone. There's a lot of things you still got to spend time on. So next week's a real important week for us in practice, and it's important.
Thanks, Coach.